Okay, I'm opening up Labubu's that my man got me.
Klay Thompson purchased cartons of Labubu dolls for Megan Thee Stallion because he is so enamored with her.
So I was like, I'm gonna find some you care about and I'm gonna start destroying that, which was his clothes.
Iggy Azalea destroyed Nick Young's clothes because of their toxic relationship, and Allen Iverson and Da Brat managed to hide their affair for more than 2 decades. From covert liaisons to outbursts, I'm breaking down NBA stars who dated female rappers. Let's get into it. Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. No one anticipated that Klay Thompson, the legendary player for the Golden State Warriors, would also pursue Megan Thee Stallion, the best Grammy-winning rapper in Texas, when he made his move to the Dallas Mavericks. But that is precisely what happened. And ever since, the internet has been completely enamored. The relationship first caught attention in early July 2025, when Megan posted vacation photos with Klay visible in the background, sparking immediate dating rumors. When Klay chose to use what followers referred to as a hard launch on Instagram, what had begun as conjecture swiftly became confirmed. On the 12th of July, 2025, Thompson posted a photo carousel that included images of him holding hands with a woman whose manicure matched Megan's distinctive pink stiletto nails. Another photo showed him kissing a woman whose back was to the camera, and let's just say the internet knew exactly who it was. The reaction was swift and forceful. NBA players were unable to control their enthusiasm, with Dwight Howard dropping 3 fire emojis, Quinn Cook commenting, "There he go," Kevin Durant simply saying, "That boy," and Thank You Jerome expressing shock with, "Whoa, hard launch." Thompson's response to Jerome was pure gold. "I'm all gas, no brakes, Jerome," showing he wasn't playing around about this relationship, but it was the behind-the-scenes moments that really showed how serious things were getting. On the 13th of July, 2025, Megan posted a now-deleted TikTok video where she unboxed several Labubu dolls gifted to her by Klay.
Okay, I'm opening up Labubu's that my man got me. Okay, that's how I go. I cannot believe my man got me these Labubu! Let's see what we got. Okay, first one.
Before she playfully shushed him, you could hear Thompson's voice murmuring in the background of the footage, which showed her seated on his lap. On the 14th of July, 2025, a source told Good Morning America that the two were formally dating, which was the first outside confirmation of what fans already knew. There is no better time than now. Megan's native state of Texas is where Thompson moved to play for the Dallas Mavericks, which may have helped them bond. The fact that this connection marks a new beginning for both parties is what makes it so intriguing. Thompson, at 35, is a 4-time NBA champion with an estimated net worth of $70 million, while Megan, at 30, is a Grammy-winning rapper known for hits like Savage, Washington P, and Hot Girl Summer. This one feels different, even though each have had their share of public relationships. The response from the general people has been overwhelmingly positive. Fans praised the cultural importance of a rapper from Texas dating an NBA player from Dallas, and social media remarks characterized it as a generational run. The sentiment was aptly expressed by one user: "Moved to Texas and copped a Texas baddie." Media outlets have been fascinated by their approach to the relationship. Coverage has mostly focused on the couple's nuanced strategy and their enigmatic PDA, using terms like soft launch and hard launch. It is evident that although they are not concealing their connection, they are also not in a haste to reveal every detail. Everyone is waiting to see if Megan will start attending Mavericks games on a regular basis. Fans and the media expect Megan to attend Dallas Mavericks games since Thompson plays for them, which might further establish their public persona as a couple. Given how supportive and thoughtful they've already shown themselves to be, from those Labubu dolls to the matching vacation vibes, this relationship has all the signs of being something special. Although Klay and Megan's relationship appears to be going well, this next NBA star's relationship came to a tragic end. Nick Young and Iggy Azalea, Nick's Swaggy P. Young and Australian rapper Iggy Azalea had a relationship that seemed like a fairy tale until it turned into a nightmare that played out on every gossip blog and social media platform imaginable. Their story began when they first crossed paths at a pool party a few years before they started dating, though Iggy initially found Nick unappealing, describing him as an a-hole. But sometimes first impressions can change, and change they did. Their relationship began in earnest when Nick publicly expressed his admiration for Iggy on Twitter in 2013, naming her his #WCW, Woman Crush Wednesday. Their first date was a trip to Target. By November 2013, they were officially dating, and in 2014, they solidified their bond by purchasing a $3.45 million home in Tarzana, previously owned by Selena Gomez. Things were moving fast. Everyone's attention was drawn to the engagement, but there was also this flamboyant NBA player with a colorful personality, partnered with one of hip-hop's up-and-coming talents, who was dominating the charts with songs like Fancy. On the 1st of June, 2015, Nick proposed to Iggy during his 30th birthday party at a carnival-themed event.
I love you. I wanna share the rest of my life with you. Can you rock with me? Dude!
The real question.
Would you marry me? Would you marry me?
The engagement ring was a stunning 10.43-carat piece designed by Jason Arashabin, featuring an 8.15-carat fancy intense yellow cushion-cut center stone and 2.28 carats of white diamonds set in 18-carat white gold. Iggy shared the news on Instagram with the caption, "Happiest day, I said yes," and congratulations poured in from celebrities like Demi Lovato and Jeannie Mai. The pair was hailed as a power couple, and Iggy even started organizing their wedding, thinking of hiring Kelly as a performer, and Demi Lovato as a bridesmaid. However, if you are familiar with this narrative, you are aware that it does not finish there. In March 2016, Iggy announced that their planned late 2016 wedding was postponed to 2017 due to her touring commitments. This decision sparked speculation about underlying issues, and those speculations turned out to be absolutely correct. The beginning of the end came in the most 2010-esque way possible through a leaked video. Nick appeared to confess to cheating on Iggy with a 9-year-old woman he met clubbing in a video that was posted online in March 2016 after being covertly recorded by Nick's Lakers colleague D'Angelo Russell. Their relationship was badly damaged by the scandal, which also created a media frenzy. Iggy attempted to work things out at first. She talked about the problem when she appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show in April 2016.
You're engaged to a Laker.
Yeah.
Nick Young, is that his name?
Yep.
There's all this controversy and...
Of course there is. There always is.
But
we're good.
You're good.
There isn't at home, just on the internet.
She later expressed uncertainty, telling a radio station, "I guess I'm still engaged. I think so," and acknowledging that Nick needed to put in some effort to win back her confidence. However, the initial cheating revelation was hardly the last straw. Using home surveillance footage, Iggy learned that Nick had invited other women into their shared house while she was away. On Twitter, she dropped this shocking revelation, saying, "I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and caught them on the security footage." Reports surfaced that Nick's ex-girlfriend Kiana Green was expecting his second child while he was engaged to Iggy, which further exacerbated the situation. Iggy then revealed that it felt like a second blow to the chest to learn that her fiancé was expecting a kid with someone else. On the 19th of June, 2016, Iggy announced their split on Instagram, stating, "Unfortunately, although I love Nick and have tried to rebuild my trust in him, it's become apparent in the last few weeks I am unable to. I genuinely wish Nick the best." Nick's answer was as succinct as usual. The aftermath was illuminating about where everyone's priorities actually were. He tweeted bluntly, Nick rekindled his relationship with Kiana Green, proposing to her on Christmas Day in December 2019, and they've since focused on raising their 3 children together. Meanwhile, Iggy moved on to date rapper Playboi Carti, with whom she welcomed a son in 2020, though that relationship also ended amid public disputes. Just like Nick Young and Iggy Azalea's relationship, this next NBA stars hit the rocks because of infidelity. Megan Thee Stallion and Torrey Craig. Before Klay Thompson swept Megan Thee Stallion off her feet, there was another NBA player who captured her attention, Boston Celtics forward Torrey Craig. Megan Thee Stallion and Torrey Craig were rumored to be in a relationship starting around mid-2023, though neither confirmed it officially. A moment that most likely was not meant to occur is what made their bond well known. Megan unintentionally shared a TikTok video showing them taking part in what was probably exclusively a challenge couples edition on the 29th of August, 2024, responding to queries about relationships, such as "Who said I love you first?" both indicating one another. Although the video was swiftly removed, it was recorded and circulated by sources worldwide, since the internet never forgets. Before that unintentional disclosure, the connection had been developing for some time. Meghan was seen supporting Craig at a Chicago Bulls game in late 2023, and they were photographed together at New York Fashion Week in September 2024, holding hands and having intimate conversations. These public appearances fueled speculation. However, the TikTok video was the closest thing they ever provided to an official confirmation. They appeared to be getting along nicely. Relationship suspicions were further stoked by Craig posting a picture of Meghan on his Instagram stories and taking a mirror selfie in January. They appeared happy and comfortable together, and fans were starting to get invested in their relationship. But then came the drama that would change everything. In January 2025, the relationship faced serious controversy when Jasmine Elizabeth, an OnlyFans model, claimed she had been involved with Craig from May 2023 to December 2024, overlapping with his rumored romance with Meghan. She claimed Craig was disloyal by sharing screenshots of purported direct communications that contained graphic material and payment receipts. The drama got even messier when Elizabeth's post was soundtracked with Meghan's song Bass, Both Ain't Shit, which went viral. This song selection undoubtedly fanned the flames, whether it was done on purpose or by accident. Craig swiftly refuted the allegations and accused Elizabeth of clout chasing in his Instagram stories response, even though he implied that the proof was phony by sharing a video showing how to manufacture direct messages. The damage was done and the accusations were left unsubstantiated, leading people to wonder what was actually happening. The situation got even more complicated when Craig's ex, Olivia Davis, entered the conversation. In January 2025, Davis appeared on the podcast 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen and implied that Meghan wasn't Craig's type. Davis later walked back her remarks, but the damage had already been done. During all of this drama, Meghan said very nothing. She chose to concentrate on her work and personal life rather than respond to Craig's ex's remarks or the accusations of infidelity. However, many people conjectured about the status of their relationship as a result of this quiet. Due to Meghan's Coachella performance and the two's absence of public encounters, fans began to speculate about a divorce by April 2025. With neither party making any public remarks, the relationship, which had never been formally confirmed, seemed to have ended quietly. Whatever had been going on with Craig was unquestionably ended by July 2025, when Meghan's relationship with Klay Thompson was made official on Instagram. According to the timeline, their relationship had ended by April 2025, and the accusations of infidelity in January most likely contributed significantly to its dissolution. Similar to Tory Craig and Megan Thee Stallion, this next NBA star's relationship ended in controversy. J.R. Smith and Rihanna. J.R. Smith and Rihanna had a connection that was brief, intense, and absolutely legendary, even if it lasted barely a year and ended with some serious social media drama that had everyone choosing sides. J.R. Smith and Rihanna were first spotted together in May 2012 at Veranda nightclub in New York's West Village, where reports described them as being very flirty, with Rihanna sitting on Smith's lap and holding hands. Smith played for the New York Knicks at the time of this. When they were spotted together once more over Memorial Day weekend at Live nightclub in Miami's Fontainebleau Hotel during Urban Beach Week, the bond remained strong. What made this particularly wild was that this happened shortly after Smith's arrest in Miami Beach on May 24, 2012, for an outstanding bench warrant related to driving without a valid license. They apparently partied together despite the legal issues, which undoubtedly suited both of their full-life mindsets. It was rather clear to anyone listening what brought them together. Smith had all the marks, tattoos, legal issues, and contentious NBA moments, and Rihanna supposedly liked his bad guy persona. Remember, this was the same J.R. Smith who got a $25,000 fine for tweeting an explicit photo in March 2012. Smith was undoubtedly a good fit because Rihanna had previously stated that she preferred high-risk partners. Their encounters throughout 2012 seemed to be limited to nightclub appearances and PDA in New York and Miami, suggesting that their relationship was informal and transient. However, during the 2013 NBA playoffs, things took a sharp turn that would go down in history when Smith's Knicks played the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals in May 2013, and the team was behind 3 points, and Smith was having a terrible game. Rihanna accused Smith of being drunk from going out to clubs every night during the playoffs in a now-deleted Instagram comment after she was spotted with Smith at a bar after the Knicks Game 2 victory. In a heated argument with a Knicks fan, she allegedly dubbed him Desert Thirsty. Smith gave the ideal response, demonstrating why his admirers adored him. He brushed off Rihanna's remarks after scoring 13 points in a Game 5 victory, saying, "I'm not worried about Instagram, I'm worried about the playoffs." He denied that his nightlife affected his performance, though he did acknowledge his shooting slump. But Smith wasn't done with the pettiness. In July 2014, he took another shot at Rihanna on Instagram, posting a meme of her in Miami Heat gear with the caption, "I didn't say I was a Heat fan, I said I'm a wherever he at fan," essentially calling her a bandwagon fan of LeBron James. This implied that their 2013 social media feud was still causing some resentment. The relationship's aftermath demonstrated how each of them moved on to other phases. Smith eventually married Jewel Harris in August 2016, though their relationship faced challenges, including allegations of an affair with actress Candice Patton in 2019. Rihanna moved on to a high-profile romance with the $AP Rocky, with whom she has 2 children as of 2025. When Smith and Rihanna were dating, they appeared to enjoy the limelight, but this next couple did their best to stay out of it while they were together. Allen Iverson and Da Brat. Allen Iverson and Da Brat had what appears to have been a serious, committed relationship during the early 2000s that nobody knew about, until 2020, when Da Brat made the decision to reveal everything, leaving fans in complete shock. The partnership most likely occurred between 2001 and 2003, when Iverson was at the height of his fame as a Philadelphia 76 Street AR, and when Da Brat was riding high from her platinum success, with albums like Functified. In her revealing 2020 interview on Speak On It with Kandi Burruss, Da Brat described herself as very domesticated during their relationship, influenced by her upbringing as a grandma's child. She depicted a woman who was utterly enamored, claiming that she would get up to choose Iverson's attire, prepare breakfast, and do personal acts to make sure he was happy. The things he liked, I just made sure he was happy, and he spoiled me and made sure I was happy. The level of family integration was particularly telling. Da Brat revealed that she met Iverson's entire family, including his mother, whom she called amazing, and that both of her grandmothers adored Iverson for his sweetness. The relationship also included some pretty impressive perks. Da Brat described how Iverson wined and dined her, flying her globally, including a notable trip to Japan that was Da Brat's first visit there. But what made this relationship particularly complex was the context. Iverson's existing commitments, including his children with Tawana Turner, complicated matters. Iverson had married Tawana in 2001 and had a pattern of separations and reconciliations, which would align with the timing of his relationship with Da Brat. This added a layer of complication that would eventually contribute to their downfall. Another interesting aspect was how Da Brat's sexuality played into the relationship dynamics. Da Brat believed Iverson probably knew about her bisexuality, but they never discussed it. This was the early 2000s, when public discussions about sexuality were far less common, especially in hip-hop and sports circles. So, what went wrong? According to Da Brat, it all came down to infidelity and the lifestyle that came with dating a superstar athlete. Da Brat described basketball players as attracting hoes, with Iverson having a baby mama, some kids, and a lot of stuff going on. The relationship unraveled due to his interactions with other women, some of whom were known to Da Brat, which deepened her sense of betrayal. There was a specific incident that seemed to be the final straw. Da Brat described a defining moment in a hotel hallway when a half-naked woman approached them, leading Da Brat to confront her, saying, "I must have mollywopped that down the hall." Combined with discovering Iverson's involvement with her close friends, Da Brat decided to fade out, stop answering calls, and let the relationship fizzle out. Not only did the connection occur, but it also seemed to be quite serious, which is what made Da Brat's 2020 revelation so shocking. Fans posted comments such, "Da Brat and Allen Iverson together?" on social media in shock. There are a lot of braids there. Many were also taken aback by the news because, in contrast to her later public relationships with women, Da Brat had been quite guarded about her relationships with men. What is really intriguing is how differently the two dealt with the recollection of the connection. Da Brat acknowledged the impact of infidelity while reflecting favorably on some aspects of the relationship, pointing out Iverson's charisma. She was candid about why it did not work and frank about the good moments. However, Iverson has said nothing about the relationship and has not made any public remarks about Da Brat, which has led to conjecture about how he felt about their time together. She later found love with Jessica Dupart, going public in 2020, marrying in 2022, and welcoming a child in 2023, with Da Brat carrying at age 48. While the relationship between Allen Iverson and Da Brat ended amicably, the same cannot be said for this next NBA star's marriage, Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor. Iman Shumpert, a former NBA player, and Teyana Taylor, a multi-talented singer and actress, met at a party in New York City in 2011, but their romance did not take off right away. Their first exchange was only platonic because Taylor was in another relationship at the time. Taylor described Shumpert, who was a rookie with the New York Knicks at the time, as turned up, opinionated, and full of personality. They became friends via their many interactions around the city. After Taylor, who is now unmarried, helped Shumpert recuperate from knee surgery by taking care of him for a week, their friendship blossomed into a romantic one in 2013. Once it became serious, the relationship progressed swiftly. By 2015, Taylor and Shumpert were expecting their first child, and Shumpert proposed during their baby shower at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Cleveland, Ohio in November 2015. Their daughter, Iman Junie Taylor Shumpert Jr., was born on the 16th of December 2015, strengthening their bond as they embraced parenthood together. Taylor later disclosed that the wedding took place in their bathroom, calling it a sweet moment in front of double doors. They were married in a private ceremony at their house in 2016. Their involvement in Kanye West's 2016 Fade music video, which had over 170 million views, made their unmistakable chemistry widely known. Their remarkable physicality and bond were highlighted in the video, which attracted a lot of attention and solidified their position as a power couple. The couple launched their VH1 reality series, Teyana and Iman, in 2020, which aired until 2023 and offered insights into their family life. In 2020, they welcomed their second daughter, Rue Rose Shumpert, born on the 6th of September 2020. Everything seemed picture perfect. They had two beautiful daughters, successful careers, and appeared to be genuinely happy together. However, things were collapsing behind the scenes. Taylor filed for a covert divorce in Fulton County, Georgia, in January 2023, claiming that Shumpert had been harsh and exhibited excessive narcissism. There were some quite unsettling claims in the court filings. Taylor claimed that Shumpert wrote patronizing texts saying he was not good enough for her, felt insecure when photographers asked him to step out of picture, and was envious of her growing reputation. He despised her working after having children, yet complained when she stayed at home, she said, accusing him of emotional and mental abuse. The accusations were even more grave. Taylor alleged infidelity, including during her pregnancy, and referenced Shumpert's arrest for DUI and marijuana possession, claiming substance use around their children. Interestingly, Taylor had previously filed for divorce in 2022, but withdrew it the next day, hoping to reconcile. In September 2023, she publicly announced their separation on Instagram, but notably clarified that infidelity was not the cause and emphasized they remained best friends and committed co-parents. She expressed frustration over leaked court documents, stating, "It is very heartbreaking that someone would take out the time to make such a private matter public." The divorce was finalized on the 1st of July, 2024, after a Fulton County judge ordered a written settlement. The financial details were substantial. The court awarded Taylor 4 of 7 marital properties valued over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payment, and vehicles including a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, a tour bus, and a Bronco truck. She retained full ownership of her companies, TaylorMade and Aunties, while Shumpert was ordered to pay $8,000 monthly child support and cover private school tuition. But even after the divorce was finalized, the drama continued. In March 2025, Taylor filed a contempt motion, alleging Shumpert deliberately leaked sealed settlement documents, causing online hate directed at her for receiving more properties. She accused him of disclosing information to promote a rap song and asked for a $1,000 fine and 20 days in jail. Although Shumpert's lawyer refuted the accusations, Shumpert retaliated in May 2025 with his own contempt motion, alleging that Taylor had broken their agreement by making public remarks about the divorce. In addition to demanding a $1,000 fine and 20 days in jail for Taylor, he claimed that she interfered with his parenting time and used offensive and divisive racial epithets in front of their daughters, causing stress for their kids and stressing that she paid for some of the items herself and that she left with what she brought. She made it clear that there was no settlement because the assets were granted by the court. She also mentioned that she bought the Maybach and the tour bus herself after Shumpert allegedly crashed her Rolls-Royce without replacing it. Iman and Tayana have since advanced both personally and professionally, with Taylor linked to actor Aaron Pierre and continuing to thrive, with upcoming roles in Netflix films, while Shumpert has ventured into music and launched a cannabis brand. Both stated their dedication to peacefully co-parenting their kids, Junie and Rue, in spite of their legal disputes. Although Taylor and Shumpert's relationship is now in the past, this next relationship is still going strong. Shawnee Williams and Jessica Dime. Shawnee Williams and Jessica Dime were first linked in 2016 during Dime's time on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Williams, who had recently concluded his NBA career with the Miami Heat, Dallas Mavericks, and Indiana Pacers, came into the scene at that point. Given that they are both from Memphis, Tennessee, and had a connection through the University of Memphis, it seems likely that they were acquainted while attending college. According to the Love and Hip Hop Wiki, Shawnee was Jessica's childhood sweetheart and long-standing boyfriend, indicating a close friendship prior to their sexual relationship. When their romance was made public in August 2016, Jessica's transformation was evident almost immediately. Fans took note of Jessica's change, and conversations attributed her development from a drama-prone personality to a more sensible person to Shawnee. Their early days were not without difficulties, but it was like witnessing someone discover their anchor in the middle of a hurricane. Prior to her relationship with Shawnee, Jessica was briefly linked to rapper Lodi Lucci, and a leaked intimate video in late 2016 was rumored to be a retaliatory act by Lucci after Jessica posted a photo with Shawnee. Instead than ruining a fresh relationship, this kind of conflict seemed to strengthen the bond between Jessica and Shawnee. Shawnee first appeared on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6-inch 2017, introduced as Jessica's partner, marking their official entry into the public eye. It was refreshing to see them together on television, since he appeared to support Jessica's profession, care about her well-being, and reveal a more sensitive, the softer side of her that fans had never seen before. The magic really happened in April 2017, during what would become one of the most romantic moments in Love and Hip Hop history, during a cast trip to Jamaica featured on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6. Shawnee proposed to Jessica with a marquee-shaped diamond ring. Jessica showcased the ring on Snapchat with the caption, "God is good, the future Mrs. Williams." This is where their narrative becomes intriguing and demonstrates how discreet they have been about some parts of their relationship. The precise date of their wedding is still unknown, despite the public involvement. Jessica's Instagram post in October 2021 celebrated their 4th wedding anniversary, stating, "4 years married to my best friend and soulmate at Shawnee Williams 1. I love you so much. Thank you for the love, time, patience, and undivided attention you give me every day." This implies that by late 2017, they had gotten married in a low-key manner with a small, private wedding ceremony. In 2017, Jessica announced her pregnancy, and their daughter, Blessing Brielle Williams, was born in April 2018, as documented on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 7. It was lovely to watch Jessica's journey into motherhood. She sent touching messages about parenthood, such as a 2021 birthday message to Blessing, "Happy birthday at Blessing Brielle Williams. I can't believe you are 3 already. Continue to be courageous, outgoing, smart, healthy, hilarious, beautiful, loving, and happy." Their relationship was not without its difficulties, just like any other. In 2019, they appeared on Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition, exploring relationship issues. While Shawnee expressed worries about possible infidelity, Jessica was frustrated by Shawnee's reluctance to establish a wedding date. In February 2019, 2022, Jessica announced her second pregnancy, and they celebrated with a lavish baby shower on the 11th of March, 2022. Their son, Wisdom Williams, was born later that year, with a 2023 YouTube video referring to Jessica as Shawnee's wife, further confirming their married status. As of July 2025, they remain together, married since at least 2017, with two. Not only did Sean Williams and Jessica Dimes' love endure, but it also changed them both, which is what makes it so unique. I appreciate you watching. To view more videos like this one, click on one of the boxes that is currently playing on your screen.